So, who are you and what do you do, Mr. Fly Attractor? My most loyal patron.
I'm a fly attractor. I don't do shit, and I support you on Patreon. That's about it.
What are your hopes and dreams?
Hopes and dreams, maybe make it to the next day. I don't go no farther than that.
The extreme always seems to make an impression.
I've seen one of your comments, you're going like, oh man, this is what I get for being number 2. So I'm like, okay, fine. I'll put you in the video too. So say as much cool random shit as you want. It'll be in our next couple of videos.
Yeah, you make me laugh and entertain. That's worth whatever money I can support.
I mean, come on.
I do all this stuff with ShadowVessel.
Hello, what's up?
Obviously, I'm not going to record 6 hours with you.
Oh, no fucking way in hell am I that entertaining.
Today's episode is brought to you by
Wallet chains.
Sheep never realize there's a wolf around until it's too late.
I'm talking about fucking Fandom Menace.
My favorite moment of the Fandom Menace when I saw it back in the day.
No, Fandom Menace. Fandom Menace.
Fandom. Oh yeah, fuck the fandom.
You know, like Doomcock and all those other like anti-SJW YouTubers.
Doomcock's still neat. He's kind of like, I think he tries to stay at that level, but he's carried on with the flow, and he still probably mess with those people that were there to begin with, because I was kind of there with him and then, but he's got so many followers now. He's a busy motherfucker when it comes to keeping up with all his
Bullshit.
Certainly seems like there's some validity to this rumor.
It certainly does, Harvey, but of course, only time will tell.
And also,
I'm surprised he can even slow down enough to still remember anybody.
have you seen Dr. Disaster yet?
Only on your channel.
I like him, but he's basically doing exactly the same thing as Doomcock.
Cookie cutter in the shape of a $sign, and they intend to use that thing to make safe, generic comfort food they can shove down our throats while pandering to the lowest common denominator.
Doomcock didn't start doing what Doomcock did. There's been, like I said, I'm old enough to remember the old Saturday Night Horror hosts that were doing the same thing Doomcock's doing now.
Yeah, but that's why it works.
They just did it for laughs.
Yeah, he's doing it for, I don't know, views or something.
Well, duh!
He actually gives the impression that he still actually cares.
When really he doesn't.
Probably not. He just did it for the money.
There's the Fandom Menace, and then there's the shills, right? We all know what the shills are. They're the ones who are like, oh, I like Last Jedi, right? And then there's the opposite, the opposing team, the Fandom Menace. I have a love-hate with them, so what are your thoughts?
Like the ones you mentioned, like, I could still watch Doomcock.
Because he's entertaining.
Yeah, because he's at least giving his honest opinion, but I go to like Nerd-Erotic or Midnight's Edge, and those are your full-on shiltards with their dick up the ass.
They're the only ones with actually integrity, because at least they give it out a good presentation, it looks professional.
Matt Reeves is a bad robot alum, and what they teach you at Bad Robot is that the way to make new adaptations of branded properties is by subverting and deconstructing them and overtly politicizing them in the process. Go and check out their catalog if you don't believe me. That is the Bad Robot way. And unless director Matt Reeves suddenly decided to discard everything he was taught while at Bad Robot. My trepidation for this movie was always over worries that Matt Reeves was going to subvert and deconstruct it, in ways not in keeping with the source material, but with contemporary American politics. If it had turned out I was worried about nothing, I would have been the first to admit it. Alas, now having seen the movie, I see now that my fears were met.
I saw the new Batman.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, my chick loved it. I thought it was good for what it was.
I ain't seen it yet. Them 3-hour run times, I can wait for streaming. There ain't no way in hell I'm going to the theater.
I think the best way to describe it, my friend, is finally millennials have a pure Batman and how appropriate it's the guy from fucking Twilight.
Sparkly Batman.
There was woke moments, but it wasn't like pushing it over your head woke. Like the woke moment for me was when Catwoman says, all these white and privileged. Why'd you have to put it in the white part in there? You can totally tell it was like a studio mandate or some like fucking, as I call it, a non-binary hoppopotamus with a checklist going, oh, you need to put that in there. You can be woke and not be lame.
Get on with it.
Yes, get on with it!
Yeah.
Nerd-rotic, that guy is like...
He was okay at first, but like I said, once he started getting up to his 100 grand followers, he just completely stepped up into that clique level and left everybody that was down there that was still down there, and he's like, yeah, I don't mess with you guys anymore. See you, loser.
I get it. You're a failed comic shop owner, and you're bitter.
Come on!
Bitches about liberals, but he's from San Francisco.
Of course, those insane COVID restrictions didn't apply to people like Gavin Newsom, Nancy Pelosi, or London Breed. And because of those insane COOF restrictions and the calls to defund the police, that ended up exacerbating the already horrific policies California already had.
They get the fuck out of San Francisco.
I'm leaving.
Hey, what is he doing there?
What a
What the f are you doing? Oh, good for you.
Yeah, you act like he's still at that fanboy level, but once he hit like his 100,000 views, he like skipped right up into that different cast, and like, I mean, he ignores all the people that were there when he first started out.
Yeah. That umbrella guy, if I get it, you jerk off to fucking Amber Heard.
Oh, snap.
You just talked. Look at all of the articles that came out in the last day talking about Warner shuffling their schedule. And yeah, look at what movie is front and center. Aquaman 2. When you're looking at these headlines, that's the key word in all of this too, shuffle. With all of this most certainly being Warner Damage Control, with them trying to salvage Aquaman 2 because of the upcoming JD versus that certain Aquaman starlet trial.
I can't remember, but I know that I've stopped watching them a couple of times over the last year and come back, but I cannot remember the last video I watched where I was like,
go fuck yourself.
Voice sister irritates me. I can't watch him.
Clownfish TV.
yeah, I don't even watch them anymore.
I fucking hate them just because it's like, shut the fuck up, get a life.
Oh, snap.
This is Neon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
I guess they're kind of neat if you're just really into comic books and cartoons.
It's a husband and wife, right? The husband's bad, but the wife is really annoying. I hate her fucking voice.
This is why we keep saying that Disney should just be apolitical. Which CNN has a problem with too.
I want to just punch her.
I'll say this though, she's a nice redhead, thick, yeah, she's a nice thick redhead.
And she is part of the whole Hollywood Hates Gingers conspiracy to stop that whole Hollywood hating gingers.
The few times I've put their channel, it's just nothing but Disney and anime. They're like, I don't care.
Anime is anime, right?
Anime is just as stupid as American cartoons.
And I hate otakus. In 2013, I did my top 13 things I hate because the fans ruined it. Number 1 was anime.
But why? Why would you do that? Why would you do any of that?
Because anime fans and otakus and weebs can suck you. I like my Vampire Hunter D. I like my Akira. I like Fist of North Star and Ninja Scrolls. I like
that full-on crazy 80s is balls to the walls, straight up.
Yeah.
We've been drinking radioactive water for the last 30 years. We're insane.
Yeah, I like that shit, right? I don't like the new stuff, the knockoffs. Like, I hate JoJo. My chick loves JoJo. I fucking hate JoJo.
Usually the worst thing about something that'll ruin for me is just the fandom.
I think it's funny when you go to Comic-Con, there's an anime section. And I'm all, they have their own convention, right? Like a Comic-Con, Star Trek don't have their own section because they have their own conventions, right? Star Wars, before they had their own conventions, it would make sense that they'd have their own section. But anime does not need their own section at Comic-Con when they have their own conventions.
Get on with it.
People don't understand. They look down on me because I don't have their views. But what they don't fucking understand is, look, I know the fucking game. If I really wanted to sell my fucking soul, all right, I could do what you're doing. All right, I could gobble down all the fucking cock I wanted.
Yeah.
But I have a fucking income right now. Now, the day may come when, all right, shit, I'm gonna have to fucking put this knowledge to fucking use.
Yeah.
And yeah, all I can do is just read fucking news all day. Fuck it, I can do that.
And I find it disgusting. Like who's another one? Like Mecha Random, that redheaded chick with the glasses who's part of that clique.
They're applauding removing the white characters from the Lord of the Rings series. Well, how else could they use people of color as equity and commodity?
Chrissy Meyer? Wait a minute, she doesn't have glasses, but she's a redheaded chick. She always talks to porn chicks on her fucking podcast. She's pretty cool.
Oh no, totally different chick. Kind of a chunky chick. She's not fat, but she's kind of like medium.
I don't think I've ever seen her.
Yeah, she's okay, but all she does is the same thing as Bounty in the Comics or Yellow Flash.
Just know what you're getting into.
Nag, 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 nag! Reads the fucking pop culture news and then spits out all the right-wing bullshit.
D-Day fucking Cobra. This dude, okay, I don't know what stick he's got up his fucking ass, but, you know, he comes off like this snobby ass, just asshole, like straight asshole, you know? And I can't stand anything that comes out of his mouth. I don't understand how this dude got so big.
Oh yeah, he's complete chill.
A lot of this elitist mentality has continued to piss me off so much, and to see a win for fans across the board makes me extremely happy. So congratulations to Zack Snyder, congratulations to the entire cast, congratulations to the fans out there that have been fighting this good fight. I can't claim that I've been one of those people because I have not. And I was never going to be from a creative perspective, because from a creative perspective I was turned off. So I never really cared about this fight. But I respect the people that have been fighting the good fight for so long. I am happy for you, and I'm happy to stand with you as fans against the Hollywood elitist mentality, against the blue checkmark brigade. I am happy as hell to stand with you through all of that.
You know, remember when the whole Frost thing that happened recently, the G4 bitch?
Yeah.
Okay, so they did a parody interview of Frost.
What's up, Friday Night Tights? I'm here because somebody hacked into G4's live stream and took all of our viewers away. And brought them here.
And
well, I'm a Trump supporter, Frost. You said that you don't want Trump supporters supporting you.
Jeremy finally admitted he's a Trumper. Instead of fucking like going around the question. I'm not saying I'm pro-Trump. I'm not pro-Trump. I'm not pro-Biden. I'm, like I said, I'm politically gray. I want them to fight to the death because it would be funny.
Oh, hell yeah. There's not so much a slap fight with you guys. You just love to see them go at each other.
Yeah.
They'd be in the corner crying, and the other one would be having a heart attack.
What's his name? Ryan Kennel or whatever? He's under fire for what he said about the Batman.
The underlings of Geeks and Gamers. So he works for Jeremy.
Somehow or another, Snyder Cut gets brought up.
Mm-hmm.
And D-Day's like...
It was a very poorly worded PR statement. This was someone who clearly was dealing with a lot. You can see it when he joined, and by what we know from behind the scenes, he definitely was definitely overwhelmed, and he made a very poorly constructed PR statement and then wanted to virtue signal. And this is what the problem is with virtue signaling and that moral superiority stuff.
Where's he at? Where's he? He's in Florida, isn't he?
He's so obviously in Florida.
Ooh, he ain't but a hop, skip, and a jump for me.
Say what you want about no bullshit and Rageaholic for being fucking complete Trump-tart right-wing assholes. At least they own it. Jeremy, whiny little bitch.
Ethan Van Travers, same fucking way. He's the guy that does Cyberfrog. He talks about how he don't like Joss Whedon because he's an asshole, but this dude is like 3 times the fucking asshole I've ever heard anything come out of Joss Whedon's mouth.
Is he Bounding into Comics guy?
That's a different channel.
Yeah. I'm part of Bounding into Comics' group, and it's just funny going in that group because it's just nothing but a bunch of fucking QAnon Trump tards bitching about geek culture. And it's one of those things where, ironically, the Doomcock group isn't as bad as the Bounding into Comics group. But like,
aren't they all the same though? Aren't they all together?
They basically are, but they're not. Like, it's kind of like Nazi skins and then hammer skins. If you know anything about skinhead culture.
See, this gets real complicated if we're going into history of all this.
Before I continue, let's bring on today's sponsor, Wallet Chains. Why use a faggot-ass fucking Ridge wallet? When you're wearing a wallet chain, you'll know when someone's taking your shit, so you can beat the fuck out of them. And also, it makes a good weapon, too.
They think you got attitude, you show them some real attitude.
I mean, go nuts! Get crazy! Hey! No more Mr. Nice Guy!
I mean, look at this. Look at it! A world built on fantasy.
Your thoughts on world-class bullshitters?
I don't think I've ever really watched him.
He's okay, except that, like, similar to the fucking Geeks and Gamers, because it's obviously their friend. When it's a certain topic, they milk the shit out of it to the point where it gets boring. Like, for example, they put out, I think, like 40 videos on Captain Marvel.
But what really has captured the imagination of the internet was Brie Larson's smile, or lack thereof. Memes started popping up, hashtags appeared, and laughs were had. But like all other things protected by the crazy SJWs, the fun was stopped abruptly.
Really?
They're going to kill themselves.
I get it, Brie Larson's a cunt.
Well, you just said it all right there, and that didn't take 40 videos.
Oh, I almost forgot. Critical Drinker, he fucking rules. He's only said a few things that kind of annoyed me, but he gets like basically a 90%, as in, he's awesome. And Just Some Guy and Young Ripper, you're basically Uncle Tom's, but you have a few points. I like what you have to say, and that's basically it. Fandom Menace, get your shit together and stop being such fucking right-wing shills.
Come on! The only good thing that the woke movement ever did, in my opinion, was fix the atheist community. Because if you ever watch all these atheist YouTubers, all they do is just pick on Christians. When you realize there's a lot of other religions to pick on. So when the SJW woke movement came upon it, it kind of weeded out the atheist community. That's the only good thing they ever did.
Get on with it.
Yes, get on with it!
I'd go into detail, but I'm just basically just trolling all of you anyway. So, whatever. I'd say special thanks to people, but I gotta go on Sub Pals and YT Pals just to try to get 100 views on here because the algorithm could suck. Coming soon. Oh, I'm doing a deep, insane, deep dive into the entire lore of Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Because if you didn't know this, back in 2012, I tried to start a disaster area tribute band.
The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy notes that it is a disaster area. The Plutonian rock band, the Galactica Mine Zones, is generally held to be not only the loudest rock band in the galaxy, but in fact the loudest noise of any kind at all.
Oh, yeah!
Well, I almost have a full collection of Star Wars Legacy, from Dark Horse Comics, when Star Wars comics were good. And my favorite character, Cade Skywalker. I even got the heart, I just need 2 more to add to my collection, and I'll have the whole set to do my review on. I'll do it by individual, trade book. I also got the Predator Omnibus by Dark Horse Comics, because fuck Disney, fuck Marvel. That lore is badass. They actually gave the lore to Predator, in Dark Horse Comics. I also got Axe Cop and a bunch of other things, so stay tuned on that shit.
Plus the fucking message is bomb.com.
Chaos is a ladder. Shout out to our patrons, in order of importance, the ShadowVessel, the Fly Attractor, Janitor Jake, Count MoriVond, Gary Mossberg, and of course Ryan Zacher. If you have any opinions on what I'm saying, like and comment. Just say some shit in the comments. I need more hate mail anyway, because apparently the only way I actually get views is when I piss people off, because this algorithm. Anyway, by the way, all YouTube goths are posers.